Don't need no breaks.
Roxanne, all she wanna do is party all
YouTube, you know what I'm saying? It's your boy, and I came back at it again with another one. And today, this what if is going to be called What If Naruto Befriended Kurama at a Young Age? So, in my opinion, things will play out a whole lot more differently. I mean, he wouldn't leave the village or anything like that, but he'd be a lot more stronger. Okay, so I'm not gonna say he befriends Kurama at like the age of 3, because Kurama just like accepts that he's stuck inside of a child. So from that point on, he talks to Naruto in a dream saying, "Hey kid, I'm going to help you get stronger. So when you wake up the next day, eat a proper food and then go to the forest. And from there, meditate, and I'll help you unlock all of your chakra natures." Which, in my opinion, I say Naruto has all 5 due to Kurama being inside of him. So yeah, he ends up training for about 4 years. For 4 years, and he was 3 around that time when he started training. So he's going to be 7, and he will at least have enough strength to handle 2 tails. 2 tails. That's it for now. Because from there, he will have learned some common jutsu, like the fireball jutsu. He's working on creating a lightning jutsu. He learned like a couple of wind blade jutsus, water. He learned the earth wall and all that other stuff. But yeah, and as he was training, there was this kid, Sasuke, who noticed him. He was training and he was wondering how did he get so strong. So he asked him. And in this timeline, the Uchiha massacre didn't happen. So that means Shisui's alive. Yes. Of course, Danzo's still going to try to take his eye, but it doesn't happen because it just so happens that Naruto was training in the area, and also the third Hokage was there with Shisui, and he saw everything that happened. And let's just say, Danzo in jail now for life. And of course, the elders still don't like Naruto, and neither does most of the village. But Naruto doesn't care. He has someone he can actually talk to now, which would be Sasuke and Shisui. He looks up to Shisui as like an older brother, and Shisui decides to help him train as well in like swordsmanship, since honestly I've had enough of seeing Naruto in the main series come out, pull out a kunai, start charging at people. Like, bro, learn to use a sword, bro. Quit using kunai. I've had enough. If you're not using it how Minato was using it with the seals on it, I don't want to see it. That goes for you, Sakura. So honestly, I'm not putting Sakura on the same team as Naruto. Also, in this one, he basically ends up being a prodigy due to him training with Kurama. And also, it's gonna be kind of weird, but he decides to become like half demon, in a sense, kind of, sort of, because in a sense, Kurama adopted Naruto, I guess. So yeah, from that point on, he continues training, and he's already into the academy. Of course, most girls would be like fawning over Sasuke, but he wouldn't really care too much. Most of the time, he'd just be talking to Naruto. And people noticed this. They was wondering, well, how can he talk to him so nonchalantly? Why does he do that? The girls were just jealous, of course, and Sakura, being a selfish bitch that she is, decided to trick Naruto one day. Well, tried to. She asked him on a date. He was shook. He said yes, and Kurama pulled him into his mindscape and said, "Hey, she's playing with your emotions. She's just trying to get close to that other kid that you talked to." He was like, "Okay, well then, instead of just confronting her about it, I'll play along for now. You cool with that?" And from there, he played along, and just as he thought, he knew that she was gonna like try to knock him out or something, so he just disappeared away. Made it seem like he got knocked out, but in reality, it was like a shadow clone. So he pretty much switched out, because he had a shadow clone follow him the entire day. He switched out, and he was just cooling. He went back to go start training again, and she went to go try and find Sasuke. Little did she know, Sasuke was just waiting for Naruto in the forest. They trained for about 4 hours, and then they went to go find Shisui. And from there, y'all went to Ichiraku. Sakura saw this and was wondering, wait, so who did I hit? And realized that she hit a shadow clone, which made her hate Naruto a bit more. But honestly, I don't care, because she's about to become irrelevant as fuck. So, yeah. And from there, things just got better. it finally became the day of the graduation exam. Of course, Naruto passed with flying colors because he made like 40 shadow clones out the blue. And they were shook, but they was like, you pass. After he got his headband, he went to go tell Shisui about it. Shisui was proud of him and Sasuke. Oof. He was proud of him and Sasuke, and from that point on, they had to wait. They waited a week, and then they went to go see who exactly was going to be the sensei and who was they're going to be on teams. For Team 3, it's going to be Sakura, Haruno, Kiba, and Shino. Those three were on the team. So you know what that means. You know who I'm putting on the team, right? You know who I'm putting on Team 7. If you guessed it right, thank you. Naruto Uzumaki will be on Team 7 with Sasuke Uchiha and Hinata Hyuga. Also, actually, never mind. I'm going to leave that as a surprise. I'm going to leave that as a surprise in the Land of Wave arc. I'm going to leave that as a surprise. But from that point on, everyone, after the whole team thing was announced, everyone went into a separate room to the community sensei. While they were waiting, Naruto sat there and meditated, and Sasuke realized that Sasuke already knew that he's been friends with Kurama. So, he wasn't too surprised to see him meditating to talk to him. Hinata was kind of wondering why, but Sasuke explained because he knew that Naruto trusted her. So, he explained, and she was really surprised at first, but she was like, okay, alright, understandable. And then 2 hours 2 hours later, Kakashi Hatake stepped right into the room and he noticed something was kind of off. All three of them was just sitting there quietly. And he said, you're all boring. Naruto was like, and you're 2 hours late, sir. And he was like, yeah, just meet me on the roof for 5 minutes. And then they all met up on the roof, did their introductions. Naruto, I feel like, Naruto would still stay with Uzumaki. Oh, also, within the training, he's training to unlock his Uzumaki chains, so, yeah. And there's, I'll figure it out later, but he's also gonna have, like, Fox Sage mode, pretty much. I forgot who I got this from, but it was a really good idea, though. Fox Sage mode, where he controls, like, different kinds of fire. But, in my opinion, his fire would be more, like, red, like, because of the whole Sage mode training thing. But that's besides the point. That's for later on. For now, he just introduced himself as Naruto Uzumaki. He would say he doesn't really like much of anything, and he hates people who just tries to use him. Kakashi would sit there thinking in his mind, this kid's intriguing. As he would say, his goal is to become one of the strongest ninjas in the world, and his dream is to be Hokage. And after that, Sasuke would go. His name is Sasuke Uchiha. He would say, I don't really like much of anything besides, like, my family, I guess, and Naruto and my comrades. I hate annoying people who would constantly follow me, which we all know who he's hinting at. Useless. But that's besides the point. Anyway, after he introduces himself, it moves right on to Hinata. Hinata would introduce. Also, Hinata wouldn't be like so nervous around Naruto like she was in canon. And this one, she would actually have courage because she actually does well with everything that she does. So yeah, they put three of the smartest people in class. Well, one like there weren't the only smart ones in there, but like some of the top 3 students in class, or top 5 students in class on one team. Because Shikamaru would honestly be like number 1, the smartest one out of all of them. I mean, like, I'd give Naruto the IQ of like 195, Sasuke with the same IQ, Hinata would be like with the IQ of 192. You know what I'm saying? So yeah, but Hinata would still be really strong in this one, and she would train as well with them after they got assigned to teams. So Kakashi then said, dismiss, don't eat any breakfast tomorrow. Oh, also I forgot to say, but Naruto lives with Shisui. So yeah, but after they left, Hinata asked if she could train with them from now on. They said yeah. So from that point on, Hinata began training with them that day. And she noticed something. That while doing a sparring match, Naruto had red eyes and dagger shaped pupils. Before they started, she asked, "What was that?" And he was like, "Didn't Sasuke explain to you about the whole me being friends with Kurama?" She was like, "Yes," but he was like, "Yeah, that's what this is." So like, oh. Oh, also I forgot to tell you, but after he became a ninja, he went from being able to only control 2 tails to up to 5. So yeah, so that means when he becomes like the whole 16-year-old version of himself, he'll be able to control all of them, or he'll probably get it a little sooner. But yeah, and then they began training, and then they ended the day off with a little 1v1v1. So all out battle, and Kakashi's just a ways watching. He just realizes how strong Naruto is and that he can become a whole lot more stronger. And he also notices that Naruto has all of the elements, so he could learn something from Kakashi. You see where I'm going with this? See where I'm going with this? You're not only going to have Rasengan, but also Chidori. Dang it, no. You're not supposed to appear. Get out of your Discord. Yeah. But for now, we'll save that for later. And in the end, the winner ends up being that day Sasuke. Yeah, I'm not gonna make Naruto like super OP in this though, because it was taijutsu strictly, and Naruto's mostly been focused on his jutsu. So after he lost to Sasuke in taijutsu, he realized that he has to get stronger as taijutsu as well. So from there, yeah, from there they went home. Naruto went to Shisui's house and nearly just flopped on the floor at the door. Shisui was wondering if he was okay. He was like, "Yes, just really tired." It's like, "From what?" He was like, "Oh, training with Sasuke and my new teammate Hinata." Ah, see, I must have had like a 3v3v3 then, huh? Like 4, yeah. We did like first to 12 and Sasuke won. Pretty sure they're both exhausted as well. Oh, yeah. So, what was the score? Sasuke had 12, I had 6, and Hinata had 6. Oh, yeah. Although my only problem was I was lacking in the taijutsu department. So, after the training tomorrow, do you think you can help me with that, Shisui? Sure thing. But for now, go take a bath. I'll get to cooking dinner. Okay. And after that, the next day happened, and they went did the bell test. They passed, of course. And from there, Shisui and Naruto started training, and then Danzo appeared. Yeah, I'm throwing the Danzo part in now. Danzo appeared to try and take Shisui out. He told Naruto to leave. Naruto was like, "Fuck that! I'm staying here. What you talking about?" And from there, they began to battle. Naruto had already killed the two Anbu that came after him, and Shisui killed the other two. And then Naruto activated the kurama, and since he can control the 5 tails, he only used one first to see how good Danzo was. He came in close with a slash. Danzo just barely being able to dodge it because he has all this damn Sharingan. And then he decided right then and there. Kurama noticed this and said, "Kid, go for his arm that's bandaged up. Slice it clean off." He did as he was told, and he sliced it off. And from there, it became a lot more easier then. He tried it. Danzo thought he had him in the genjutsu, but Kurama had already broken it with ease. So yeah. From there, damn, not Itachi. Shisui came up and killed Danzo right then and there by chopping his head off. Because he didn't want to let Naruto's hands get dirty too soon. But you'll see what I've done in the Land of Waves arc. That's going to be in the next part, just to let you know. Then from there, Itachi came and saw what was going on, and those two explained, and then they explained to the third Hokage. It was like, "Thank you for doing what you did." And then from there, the third Hokage made an order to shut down the foundation, and that all Anbu will now be working under the Hokage. And if you don't want to be an Anbu anymore, then you will go back to being a Jonin. So that way you can actually be able to get to know family more. And from there, I'd say they went home, they cleaned themselves up, got rid of all the blood and all that. course, Shisui still had both his eyes, and he told Naruto, "Thank you for staying there." Naruto's like, "In your eye, big brother. I was gonna let them hurt you just like that. No way." And then from there, they went to sleep. Woke up the next day, and of course, Naruto, Sasuke, and Hinata all had to do a bunch of D-rank missions first, and Kakashi noticed that they were really bored of the D-rank missions, so he went to the third Hokage. He said, could they get the C rank? He agreed because he knew all three of them were strong enough to handle the C rank. Well beyond strong enough. Because at this point, Sasuke already has his 320 Sharingan, which is really strong, and it's the light side. So, yeah. And from there, Hinata's Byakugan was like tenfold stronger. She already had the twin gentle fists. She had wind style Gale Palm, and a couple of other jutsus that I can't really think of. Naruto would have Chidori, and so would Sasuke. They'll both have fire style Fireball Jutsu. Naruto would also have water style, water vacuum barrage, and water dragon jutsu. So would Sasuke because he copied it from Kakashi and Naruto. So yeah. From there, they finally got the mission that would take them on to the bridge arc, where they would beat Zabuza and Haku. But that's where I'm leaving it off for now. Get off my screen. Yeah, that's where I'm leaving it off for now. I'm gonna see y'all later, you know what I'm saying?
Pulling out the coupe at the lot. Told him fuck 12, fuck SWAT. Busting all the bells out the box. I just hit a lick with the box. Had to put the stick in the box.